come November 3rd, you are not just going to see candidates on the ballot, you'll also be asked to decide on a half dozen state constitutional amendments.
One of them could remove racist language from the state's constitution, and that is Amendment 4. It would authorize a process to make those revisions, and they would then be considered in 2022 by lawmakers and then voters. WAAY 31's Megan Reyna joins us live from Huntsville tonight.
She spoke with the organization that spearheaded the legislation to get this amendment on the ballot. Megan?
Yeah, that's right. The nonprofit Alabama Citizens for Constitutional Reform wants to see the state create a constitution that any Alabamian can understand and that gets rid of outdated language that is racist. They believe that Amendment 4 can do just that.
Alabama's Constitution still has words in there that are so racist. And we don't want Alabama to be portrayed that way.
Nancy Eckberg is with the Alabama Citizens for Constitutional Reform, a group focused on creating a new foundation for Alabama that doesn't include racism.
Will allow the legislature to turn over to the legislative services the job of going through and eliminating redundancy, eliminating words that are illegal, such as the fact that the education article says that black children and white children may not go to school together.
Last year, the legislature passed a bill authored by Representative Marika Coleman of Pleasant Grove, placing Amendment 4 on November's ballot. The bill states the director of the Legislative Services Agency would draft a revised constitution and submit it to lawmakers in 2022. Once 3/5 of the House and Senate approves it, it would go to the ballot for voters like Miracle Johnson.
Especially with everything that's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, it just gives other people, it just makes them feel like they still have that power over us. They can still revert back to those ways because it's still on paper. Even though it's not a law that's in effect right now, it's still on paper. It's still there. We should change it so that these people can understand, like, if we're going to change for real, we need to change everything, even the stuff on paper.
Eckberg says while this feels overdue, efforts in the past, specifically in 2004 and 2012, fell short. However, she's confident this time will be different.
The average Alabamian should be able to pick up his or her constitution and read it and say, okay, I understand what it says.
This thing needs to be voted. You need to check yes.
Again, this would be the first step in authorizing this process. Voters will get a final say on a revised constitution in 2022. Reporting live in Huntsville, Megan Reyna, WAAY 31 News.